Okay, back with another fat-fingered demo. Want to show that the linting works on PHP. I'll go over a bit of what I did to get it working. It was a bit more intense than I wanted to do a live demo. So let's get our where are we? And let's get our that back. Should be even larger window to fit text. Let's see. Should I? Okay. Now we can do, there's a shrink window. Let's see, shrink window of larger than buffer. Okay, whatever. Let's get back to, so let's look at, we have a temp test of PHP. Okay, so you can see that now we have autocomplete is working too, but that wasn't what I wanted to show you yet. Now I'm using the PSR standard, and you'll see that it gives me some things here like open braces should be on a new line, and we can do like a pre-jump. This function doesn't exist. It's probably not going to give me an error, but if we do like, see, this is not valid PHP code, obviously. Yep, and it runs and tells me that syntax error, right? I wonder if I get a divide by 0. No. But it will also show you according to the coding standards. So if I say I do something stupid like this, and I don't indent things right, it's supposed to tell me that this is not right. Weird. Syntax error. So, yeah, so now it tells me that line's indented incorrectly, and there's another function that did I not install it? PHP-CBF. No, it's not here. Okay, so there is something that there's a PHP-CBF that will fix everything for us. But now we can fix it by ourselves. And we see no more errors. No more errors. Let's see, when we do a class. Press class. What do you don't like here? Unexpected. Right. What do you not like? Let's see, you see that linting works nice. Tells me that I need a namespace. Ideal. Now there's a code beautifier or something like that, which is, I was using it in the past, which would give all of this stuff. What do we not like here? Visibility must be, oh, public. What do you have here? And let's try this. Another thing which is nice, I do private. Yeah, it'll tell me that I haven't used this private function. Or if I do private, Why is it not indenting? Yeah. Hey, what's going on, guys? So let's get that CBF to work. Where is it? Use package. Yeah, this is the next thing I'm gonna get working. Well, let's go over and tell you what I've got. What did I do so far? Okay. Now we set up all the linting. These are some things that I'm gonna. The subword mode makes it that it uses camel cases as separate words when you're moving through words. So I'll show you that. Show you that. Like this. So I have a camel case variable, test variable, and if I do backward, you know, forward word, it jumps between just the separate words that are there. Okay. Now this is the thing that took a while that I stopped the video, is that you want to make sure that you have all the stuff installed for Composer, all the linters, because usually the ones that you might get installed with, what's it called, with Debian aren't that up to date and sometimes don't work right. So you can globally require them here, let this run. See, I set this tangle to no, so it shouldn't put it on our file. And once you get that set up, we want to set our linters to use those. Now, I didn't set up which version of PHP to use, so it's just going to use whatever version of PHP is installed for the PHP linter. Now we check if my vendor bin is set up, then the PHP code sniffer is set up to use the one in there, and PHP mess detector is also set up to use there. PHP CBF, which I didn't install yet, but we'll install it just now because this is a great thing to have working. Okay. And give a warning if it's not installed. And we want to set our code sniffer to use PSR2 standards. 1 second. By default, it uses what's set up for code sniffer, which is Perl, and that's guess less used. Okay, so let's get something. And let's get PHP code beautifier, and see what the beautifier. It's not a word. Okay, now let's see what actually that package is. This is CBF. Yep. Okay. Right. I think I probably already have this set up somewhere. So let's see if what's in my init tag. CBF. Right, so this is pretty simple. You can just grab you, go back. What did I do? Emacs list. Let's just clean this code up a little bit and let's run it. And it's going to be adding a hook to PHP mode. Yes, I would like to save. Thank you very much. This is PHP, sure, why not? You can save too. We're going to kill it in a second. Okay. Now let's go back to our PHP file. Let's see what this does. Our code to stand there. Impossible. Okay, wait, what was it? Okay, let's now let's kill this buffer. Open it back up. Okay, now we see that it's messed up here. Indentation's wrong. The function should not be set up like that. So now when we save, and it ran that CBF, the code beautifier, and you see it fixed most of our errors. This one is it's an unused local variable. Okay, so that's, we can fix that by doing echo test. Yeah. And it will fix a lot of things. I hear you say that we've got we put in some extra weird lines, and we can do a namespace. Mine. Idea. What don't you like about namespace? That's weird that I couldn't fix that. But if I add some spaces in here, it's weird that it doesn't. But if you do a function calls, like for instance, function calls doesn't like to have spaces in here. Dump maybe. What do you don't like about dump? See, I fixed it up. So we have linting done, and we have this automatic fixing our code, which is nice stuff. The next thing that we're going to need to do is about autocomplete, which for PHP is going to be nice. And there's going to be something I'm going to have to gloss over the union of YA snippets, which is something that's important, but I think that there's been much more better videos, much more better that also doesn't sound like English. Videos describing what YA snippets do. Mike Szymanski does it a good one. I think Uncle Dave does too. And I'm not planning to get into them that much. I just use them for the PHP autocomplete. It fills out the functions, shows you where the parameter is supposed to go. So we're going to get into that next. And I might do a break and I might do a break from the PHP stuff and try and get some other of the handy functions that I use, handy packages that help with writing code installed. And now I'm just babbling because I think I'm very tired. Call 2.